What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Ken and Ross Present the Get I Said It podcast. We're expressing what our full capabilities to the wilderness and correctional facilities. I swear we get nearer to that point, unfortunately, with every passing show, but we're going to keep it going until we don't. Brainchild of my child, I am the dad half of this operation, Ross Cooper, coming to you live and in public, if you will. As always, I'm rocking with the best. I can tell we're gonna have a good show already. My co-host, please, because we got lightning bolts in the background. Please introduce yourself to the folks.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Everybody's having a good day, month, year, hour, second. If you watch on other platforms, please share with your friends, family, enemies, pets, bug on the wall, aliens outside, holes on the wall. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, gonna get quick scope and Call of Duty.
I don't even know what that means. And speaking of video games in general, have you been up on Border? Like I saw the commercial for Borderlands 2. Have you checked it out yet?
I mean, four.
Wow. Okay, the last one I played was 2.
Same.
Yes, 4 came. So you didn't play 3?
Nope.
Okay. Because yeah, Borderlands is one of our all-time favorites. The replay value of that is insane. You can always play that for like hours on end. Okay. The first thing I'm seeing.
Oh, go ahead. I will get it eventually. I just not in a rush. Go ahead.
Gotcha. But that looked dope, and it was so else. Oh, are you caught up on Alien Earth?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the episode to come out today.
Yo, I'm straight hooked. I watched the episode from the last episode. I'm like, this is sci-fi. It is clearly sci-fi. The line, because sometimes the line between sci-fi and horror gets blurry. Like I think in theory, Human Centipede, the first one anyway, it might be sci-fi because of the medical. Yeah, I know, because of the medical aspect of it.
I don't think that's sci-fi. That's just straight body horror.
Curious, I gotta look it up.
There's nothing sci-fi. The sci-fi is all about space and stuff. There's nothing cosmic about it. It's just body horror.
It's a doctor. Like not the first one, not the second one. The
Yes,
first
the
one.
first one. He's not an alien or nothing. He's a regular human just doing some dumb stuff.
Yep. It's a scientific experiment,
that's
though.
Not sci-fi. That is body horror.
Literally, the first word in sci is science. Dude's a doctor.
Science. Usually, when you think sci-fi, you think Star Trek, you think aliens, you think Star Wars stuff. That it has all to do with space or cosmic stuff. Not a dude putting someone's face in somebody's ass. That's not sci-fi. That's body horror. Like, what? It's science involved, but that's not sci-fi. That's not science fiction. Someone can literally do that, probably. But
in this day and age, some folks might find that to be porn, but still.
I mean, if you a sick mother.
Sir.
You a sick mother. See, then you need to watch the second one because that's pretty much what it was for the dude. He got.
No. That's why I specifically said the first one. The second Human Centipede is single-handedly the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Like after the DVD, because I saw on DVD. After the DVD went off, I sat still for like 5 minutes straight. Like, what the F did I just watch? Like, yeah, it was, yeah. That's why I specifically said the first one. Because the second one is when we take a turn for the WTF.
The first one was WTF. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, right. But no, Alien Earth is sci-fi, just chef's kiss. That's. And for the record, by the way, what I was trying to say is probably a little older than you, but if you want some sci-fi that has something to do with space, watch Leviathan. Great movie, pure sci-fi. We're gonna get to the thing that everyone is probably waiting for us to talk about, but we're not going to start there because that's kind of what. Therein lies one of my issues. I promise you, this is going to take a turn for the serious. So I just want to get the goofy stuff out the way first. Faces and butts in science is that took a turn, but yeah, we're not going to start right where where folks would expect us to start, because I always wanted to use this platform to shed some light on what's going on in certain instances that people may not know about. So apparently, lynching is back. And depending on where you are, maybe it never left. Maybe it never left.
Sundown Town still exists, buddy.
Yeah, because there's still sundown towns, yeah, things of that nature. But apparently, lynching is back, and no one's talking enough about it. So we're going to talk about it first, because the other thing we're going to talk about, everyone's talking about it. I can't wait to get to it, but no, we're not going to just gloss over this. The Martravian Trey Reed. I'm getting this off Yahoo News. Black student found hanging at Delta State University. So let's see. I'm just taking a look here. Trying to see what is fact and what is fiction. What we do know, they're saying that he had broken limbs. So let's think about this for a second. You can't self-transition and have broken you okay, let me stop. You could. It is humanly possible to self-transition and have broken limbs. Here's the problem.
You jump off a cliff.
If he was found hanging from the tree, kind of hard to have broken limbs.
Only
Now, if you just said, hey, he attempted to and fell out of said tree, if it's high enough, that tracks. That's actually possible. But I'm hard pressed to understand how it's possible to self-transition, be found in a hanging position, and have broken bones. Kind of weird. And as it stands, they're saying there's nothing. Let me see. Murray Rourke, deputy coroner at the Boulevard County Coroner's Office, told Mississippi Free Press on September 15th that he saw no broken limbs and that the death was self-done. So this is going to be a point of contention, because now it's going to be what we believe. And for whatever reason, it's being kept hush. I don't know if it was to protect the family or protect the school or what, but it's got a statement here that says, we can confirm that the deceased did not suffer any lacerations, contusions, compound fractures, compound fractures, broken bones, or injuries consistent with an assault. At this time, there is no evidence to suggest the individual was physically attacked before his death. The office did not respond to multiple subsequent calls to figure out if this was true or not. So here's what we do know. We have a black man found hanging in a college that is getting very little coverage. There seems to be some contention on whether or not there are any broken bones. No, we absolutely have never seen media or, things lie before. The fact that we are in 2025, right? And we are still talking about, well, I'm not going to go too far. I'll let you jump in. But my problem is, it's bad versus bad. So it's one of two things. Either this was flat out a lynching, as it may be, or it's not. And he actually did self-transition, which means we bump into the conversation that we are not having nearly enough, which is the mental health of black men in particular. So it's bad. I don't think one of these things is worse than the other, really, because we absolutely need to open up a conversation on black men's mental health in this country. We need to have open a conversation on mental health in this country, period. Because shaky mental health, access to unlimited guns, bad combination, as we're going to discuss in a little bit. But it's one or two, and I don't know if one's worse than the other, but it's a crap show all the way around. I'm gonna stop there. Your thoughts, sir? What do you think? But also, what does your gut tell you?
Uh, my gut and I think are in line that that brother got lynched unless it finds out that he didn't have any broken bones and they were actually telling the truth that it was unaliving himself. But that just don't add up. Because there's not saying this is a great thing to say, but there's many other ways to do that than just do that. You know? Probably a lot
That's
less painless than to do
because
that.
that's a lot of involvement. It's a,
That's a
but
lot
now
of
that I
work,
think about it, it's a right. That's a lot to do.
especially by yourself.
Listen, fam, if I were to try to go, if I felt the need to go that route, it won't be by hanging. You know why? Because I can't tie a freaking rope.
That too.
And I'm like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm actually expounding on what you just said, which I hadn't thought about. It takes a lot to do that.
Yeah. So I don't think it was 9/11 because, like I said, there's plenty of other ways to do it and get the same point across with a lot less work. Not saying you should do that. Shouldn't. Hopefully, don't let the demons get that far. But in this world in 2025, unfortunately, I understand why people are reaching their breaking points. And most people don't care, which is sad. But yeah, gut feeling it was definitely a homicide. Nah, I could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling. I don't know.
And to be fair, this is a black thing. What do I mean? People unalive themselves every day, B. Unfortunately, that's not what's going to make the news, right? So the lack of coverage is in theory, if everything is everything, the lack of coverage is a standard issue. A random person unalives themselves on a college campus. Okay, what y'all want for lunch? But that's literally what the worth of some random college kid is worth nowadays. Sadly. It's not now the fact that it happened on a college campus, that raised an eyebrow for me. The fact that no one seems to have seen anything also raises an eyebrow for me. Black kid on a college campus, and that's what I'm like,
What?
by hanging, no one saw anything. There's still some details I need to know.
This not it wasn't at
Like,
HBCU, right?
no,
All right,
no.
so what is the what is the majority people there?
What is the Let's find out. What do you say? No foul play. This is in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Um,
That right there
is
is
it?
filter.
It is not an HBCU. Obviously, it is not HBCU. So that's the key piece you need to know. It's not HBCU.
Mississippi, not HBCU. Yeah, my spider senses or my nigga senses are tingling. So yeah.
I just and see the problem is it's not just him. Hold on. This was all right. So there's no way to not say it, and I'm just gonna hint at it. At this point, right this moment, you have to view certain things with suspicion because of the death of Charlie Kirk. And actually not even that. Let me be very specific. It's not the death of Charlie Kirk. It's the ripple effect of his fan base that makes you look at certain things with suspicion. Look, all by itself, we're already going to look at a black man hanging in the South a certain way. But then you add the other layer of HBCUs receiving threats, which we've established this is not, but HBCUs receiving threats because of the death of Charlie Kirk.
which is crazy. Had nothing.
Oh,
People had
and
nothing to do with this. We had nothing to do with this. Nothing. Not
nothing.
one thing. Not one
In
thing.
fact, all the people that they want to point the finger at had nothing to do with this, as far as we know so far.
Right. Yeah, look in the
Oh,
house. Point the gun at yourself. That's what happened. But hey, nope.
yeah,
HBCUs get threats.
we gonna get there. But HBCUs get threatened. That's suspect. Black man in the South hanging from a tree. Yeah, that looks away. That if you know the history of this country for longer than I don't know 50 years, that looks away. So you kind of gotta raise the eyebrow. You kind of gotta raise the eyebrow because it's just too nice and neat to look at the factors and be like, suicide. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. And that's not that. And like I said, it's bad meets evil. Either way, it's worse than what we're being told to be. I still got no confirmation whether he had broken limbs or not, but that would tell a very interesting tale. Because honestly, with what we have to go on, you gotta take it at face value. But if there were confirmation that he suffered some kind of broken limbs prior to taking this leap, okay, now we're having a different conversation. Now somebody's got to do their job. Now law enforcement and other agencies got to do their job.
They do the job anyway. But yeah.
Well, I mean, they did. According to them, dude jumped from the tree to the rope riders, in that case, closed. Nothing else to see here.
Right. Sure.
Right. So we got no confirmation on the broken bone piece, but if there are already, that changes this thing tremendously. Now it stops looking like it's now it stops. It's no longer a suicide. It is a murder investigation.
Well, you have that much faith that, they were going to actually do that? Power to you. But I don't think it will. Because one, is not making headlines, so no one is really pressing the issue. And two, yeah, the climate is everyone's attention is still focused on the thing that we're going to talk about later that I really don't give a fuck about, honestly. But yeah.
Well, hey, listen, you know what? Nice, alley-oop. We're there. Okay, so Charlie Kirk, a name that I was not really familiar with
Damn. Seen him
up until a few days ago. The Charlie Kirks, the Andrew Tates, I just lumped all of that in the same goofy basket. Because here's my baseline. Here's my baseline. If you're anti-black or anti-black woman, I'm really not going to pay you attention. You can join Mr. Maggot Food, Kevin Samuels. Like I'm not gonna pay you that much attention. Anti-black woman, you're not really on my sphere at all. But Charlie Boy was given a speech at a university in Utah, and he got JFK. And boy, did that set off a shitstorm. And it was the radical left. It was the left, the extreme leftist. Even put that in the same cat. Even saying those words together sounds weird. Oh my God, his family. So fair warning. Fair warning. I'm going to talk about this from the angles that I see it as. And I am not here to coddle feelings or be completely politically correct. We're going to be, and I'm sure he is. He's more, my co-host has a very unique ability to be more blunt than I am sometimes. But this is a facts over feelings. This is a feelings based on the actual facts conversation we're about to have. If you expect, boo-hoos and tears, you ain't gonna get them from me. That's so. Were you familiar with old Charlie Boy before all this happened?
I saw him a few times on Twitter, and like I said, I just grouped him when I saw it. I was like, oh, you just one of those. When they say you got the knee pads up for Trump and you just a white supremacist pushing that nonsense. All right, whatever. I didn't really think much of it. But
So
he's a lot bigger than I thought he was, apparently.
That's concerning. And I'm gonna tell you how big. because that's concerning. So hold on right there. We'll get through it all. We got some breathing room. We'll get through it all. This might be the last we talk about for today's show, but we'll get through it all because it's a big deal. We'll see. Problem point A: flags being flown at half-masts. Flags being flown at half-mast for a guy that's on record saying racist, sexist shit. That's wild. Problem point B: this is my bigger issue, and this is where you need to. This is where I say you need to go to the meat. You need to go to the meat. There's been a couple people very close to me who I will let remain nameless that have gotten actual texts. Actual texts. Don't let Charlie's mission fail. We must win. What the fuck does that mean? One, what does that mean? Two, you know those mass texts you get around election time? That's what it was. Will you stand with Charlie's mission? Whoa. What mission? What the fuck was his mission? Two, how did you get my phone number? How? These are people. Now, the one commonality is, but to my knowledge, these people are both registered independents. Dog, if they're sending that to the independent, I wonder what registered Republicans you get. But then, like I said, the bigger issue is, how are you using a national registry to send a text like this?
I mean, look at who's in the office. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
That's scary. That's absolutely scary.
We're past scary. It's just
it's
just spooky.
You're right.
Spooky and funny at the same time, which is kind of scary. Well, yeah.
And it's this whole, they want a race war, they want a civil war. How? And maybe this is beyond my scope of understanding. I don't see how that helps anything or anyone. I really don't. Unless you want to say, hey, everyone's acting crazy, we need to send in more troops to keep the peace. Okay. But that doesn't help at all. Because it's not one side. Then at that point, it's not, it's everybody going at it. But circling back to the start point with Charlie, I was not really aware of dude's existence. I just lumped him with the goofies over there. So let me say the thing that is going to be that people are listening for. I'm going to say that first, then I'm going to let you have your piece, and we'll keep going. I am not happy dude got clapped. I am indifferent. So in the same manner that everybody, you shouldn't be glad. How dare you? I'm not. I don't file under. Oh, a racist died. Okay. Y'all need something from the store? If you stepped on if you swatted a mosquito in Utah, I'm pretty much. Are you comparing Charlie to a mosquito? No, I'm comparing my level of concern to the same of if you smacked a mosquito. Yeah, that's about how much I care. Because the reality. Let me take it in order. So just in case you want to click or misinterpret real quick. So, oh my God, he had a family. So did Martin Luther King. You killed him. He had 3 young kids at the time. You killed him. And he was a peaceful Negro. Wasn't a threat to y'all at all. Killed him.
Well, I wouldn't say not a threat, but I get you.
I mean, at that time, you talking civil rights here still.
That's
what you gonna do? The Klan can still run up in your house, snatch you out, and get you ran over by a train. Malcolm's father.
I'm saying not with the Panthers around, but as I said, it was a threat, but which is why they all had to go. But good deal.
Stenny Jr. was a 14-year-old. You executed him. Emmett Till, 14 years old. You lynched him. Chairman Fred, his lady was 9 months pregnant when you assassinated him. You see where my level of concern is kind of like, what about his family? What about those men's families? Just asking. You people are insensitive. Do I need to bring back all the jokes y'all had when we watched George Floyd get executed?
Bring back. Just go today. Bro, I just see the post that before this happened of saying that, oh, George Floyd is 5 years sober.
Right. But now all of a sudden, he was a great debater. He invited people to debate. No, he didn't. He used racist, goofy ass talking points. If I went to a college campus, my mid 20 to 30-year-old self went to a college campus, I will talk circles around those kids as well. That's corny. That was corny. From all the interviews I've seen, well, he gave us a voice. So your conservative, super Christian nationalist, white supremacist ideology, he gave y'all a voice.
Yeah.
He's also on record of questioning the intelligence of a black pilot. He's on record of questioning the black female justice on the Supreme Court. Motherfucker, you a community college dropout and you talking about somebody that's sitting on the Supreme Court.
Funny
The
thing,
nerve.
the
The
funniest,
nerve.
sorry to get the funniest thing ever, and I'll let you finish, is that your best friend is a black woman. And you said all that shit. I get now she's the ultimate coon licker, but I understand that. But you still dissing your best friend too at the same time. That's just
No, not you, not you. I mean them, not you though.
yeah, nah, you the good ones. You one
Right,
of the good.
you're the good ones.
Yeah, you're a good one. You're actually smart. It's just everyone, all the other ones beneath you. It's like, and I'm pretty sure our stupid ass like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. But
Now, because anybody can be sound bites and clips. Anybody can have sound bites and clips. He's like, college is a joke. You all are getting scammed. That one might not be but so far from the truth. And I'm going to take a quick detour here. Actually, I'll stop. I'll use the yield sign. Your initial thoughts, sir?
oh, I just don't care. That's it. I wasn't celebrating his death, but I damn sure wasn't mourning it. It was just another like, wow. Now, like you said, another get shot every day, B. We'll be all right.
You
Y'all
tough, right?
right? Apparently, you're not. Because
No.
the second the joke started flying with him, everyone got so sensitive. But y'all been making jokes about George Floyd, uh, anyone that gets killed by the guns, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, black jokes, racist jokes all the time. And y'all say free speech, free speech. But when that free speech don't agree with you, oh, it's a problem. Oh, someone says, oh, you can't say that. So I said, it's not so fun when the rabbit has the gun, is it? It's not.
Right.
I know y'all some weak motherfuckers. If y'all kept the same energy for both sides, but all right, you right. We got this. We'll take this. Y'all can make the
Gotta
jokes. We
hold that out.
make it on. I be like, all right, see, I somewhat respect that. So now you keeping the same energy. But nope. Sitting there having
Now I
mental
want to run and cry.
breakdowns, crying, trying to get people fired and doxxed over making jokes or not giving a fuck about this dude dying. It's like, you didn't care when all the other people died, so why would we care about one of y'all? That's it. I didn't wish for it to happen. Like I said, I barely knew dude existed.
Like I
But
said,
I'm
so
also not upset that it happened. Like this is what you brought. Like I said,
right, it's literal indifference.
I
It
don't
literal
care.
indifference.
I do not care. Say
Yeah,
it.
it's literal indifference. And I'm like, dog, when I mean, if you want to say it's karmic, I'm not going that far. If you want to say it's karmic, but when you sit and spew hate, and yeah, Cuban the Second Amendment round is going to result in some deaths.
No, it is karma. It ain't. It's straight karma. It's probably more irony than anything. But hey,
And there's a larger conversation to have here because on that day there actually was a school shooting.
oh yeah, we don't talk
Don't talk
about
about
that.
that much. There was a school shooting, and so at what point? So let me get this straight. There are more guns than people in this country.
Times
There's
three.
so much gun violence. You refuse to acknowledge that the Second Amendment is a racist rule. You refuse to examine it and repeal it. You still think the Constitution in general is this living body of governance. and you're watching this asshat, the orange asshat, pretty much take a nice steaming dump on it.
Yep.
At what point do you sit and say, yo, maybe this ain't working the way we thought? How many more kids, how many more Charlies have to die? Then you got it wrong. You snapped some old dude with his pants falling off, said he did it. That's the first thing we saw. No, 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 no. Nope, wasn't the case. Because I'm like, if y'all let Matlock here off your boy, y'all got bigger problems. Y'all got bigger problems. Then it was, oh, I bet they were trans. Why would I'm really starting to wonder, do y'all know trans people? Trans and gay people? Because honestly, with all of the unnecessary heat for them just existing, I would figure that would be the last thing that would cross my mind. Did most of somebody's trans? Well, this just in, it might have been one of yours. Did you see that coming?
Be your own
Now, the
people.
funny thing is, when you look at Dylan Roof, you look at all the others, I don't know how you didn't see it coming. Like, it tracks. It's kind of what y'all do. With one exception in DC, kind of what y'all do.
No, majority is what y'all do. Yeah, y'all own that.
Right, like the vast majority, like it's overwhelming. It's not even a little bit close.
It's
Overwhelmingly, if someone's gonna blast, so on and so forth, white gun loving Republican. There's a pattern.
Yep.
So one of yours. Now what do? You send out mass text talking about Charlie's mission won't fail. These two things. What was the mission exactly? I'm missing it because I've seen a whole bunch of you took it out of context. Sir, when you say if you saw a black pilot, you're gonna question your ability. What context do I need there?
It's not a context. These are direct quotes. Yeah,
Right, like direct quotes for sure, but I keep hearing you just heard the clip. You didn't hear the whole context. What context is there?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's certain things you say. There's no context that can save that.
Nah,
Like
you a
you
little
say
bit.
something so out of pocket, like some pedal-ish, some whatever. Like I don't give you joking. There's no context that can save that.
None. None. And then his widow got up there and pretty much tried to really just charge up everybody still. For some folks that don't like violence, you sure seem to lean on it a lot.
That is the way.
But there's active genocides that our tax dollars are paying for. Sure seem to lean into violence a lot.
That is the way.
Meanwhile, farmers are going bankrupt, can't sell their crops. You want to put your big USA dick on the table, and you sent a whole bunch of Korean. You got a whole bunch of people of Korean descent wrapped up in ICE. So now, pretty much, Korea's saying, you know what? We're just not going to do business there anymore.
Oh yeah, and pretty much we want y'all out too. Like your bases, get the fuck out.
You have the delusion of white supremacy, the delusion of American superiority is ultimately going to be your undoing because this is not the 17 or 1800s. Other nations have figured out how to circumvent your racist asses.
Yeah, they figured it out. They're already in motion doing it. And we're paying for it. Literally.
All these tariffs and you believing a 70-plus-year-old senile old white guy
Who's dying. Allegedly.
We get at Bernie's, dog. We thought for a minute there. It was like, wait a minute.
Oh, I seen something say he had a stroke, but I don't know if that was true or not.
Yeah, I doubt it. As a survivor myself, I sincerely doubt it. Sincerely doubt it. But just the reaction that I've been seeing to this, and you're so insensitive, and you mofos put on your Sunday best, went to church, and then went and lynched a black person. Don't talk to me about righteousness.
And use God.
Don't talk to me about lack of empathy. Don't talk to me about that. When your entire history is laced with it. Every time someone black gets murked by these cops, well, they shouldn't stop resisting. Stop resisting. And like I said, let me be very clear. I'm not happy it happened. I'm just not moved to tears. And it shows y'all not built. Y'all too many of y'all white Americans talk that talk, but y'all not built for the trauma of being black. You're not built for the trauma of anything other than being white.
No.
Because our Latino brothers and sisters got hella trauma, especially now. ICE raids and everything else, how they're getting treated. You're not built for that trauma. Oh my God. What about his family? Yeah, you clearly had to go visit family members and fathers and talk to them through thick plate glass, huh? And never had to have that. And you had people kick in doors with masks on, guns pointed at you, and it's the law. Ain't had that problem, have you? Y'all ain't built for this. Pardon us if we don't care. And again, not to be, I'm not wishing on them. I'm not celebrating. I'm not out here tap dancing. I just don't give a shit. Kind of like y'all. And that's about where the similarities at. Yeah, you lack empathy. Nah, I'm still over here trying to survive in this bitch. It's not a lack of empathy. There's folks who need money on their books right now. There's folks who sitting in jail off a $200 bond that they can't post. It's veterans going through PTSD trying not to eat a bullet. Sorry if I don't care if one racist is gone.
Mm.
And again, depending on where you lean, I'm going to sound real harsh. And then this yet another reason that I have all but walked completely away from Christianity because I'm amazed also if the he had kids in the family don't work, he was doing the Lord's work. I don't which Bible what verse preach racism?
I mean, think about how black people learn to become Christian. It was literally beat and fucked into you. So, and they used that as an excuse to keep you a slave. That's the part I think black Christians refuse to acknowledge is that very same religion that you crying and tap dancing and catching the Holy Ghost for is the same thing they use to keep you impoverished in chains. It's
We
justification for your enslavement,
we,
literally.
we we definitely got some Stevens from Django out here, yo. We
So it's
definitely got
like,
some Stevens from
dog,
Django.
that turn the other cheek shit can work for them when you in power. That turn the other cheek shit will not work for someone who's constantly getting smacked.
What did Malcolm say? We will be nonviolent with the people that's nonviolent with
Right.
us.
That's probably more Christianity. Like I said, you promote peace, I promote peace. You come at me with violence, I have a right to defend myself,
I mean,
protect
is
my
not
family. Like I
thou
said,
shalt not kill. Is
God is forgiving, He's loving, and all that, true. But He also has wrath too. People seem to skip over that part. So it's like, yeah, you can be very forgiving and righteous. That's cool. And to a certain extent, I agree. But you can't be righteous with everyone. Like sometimes you gotta meet ratchet with ratchet. You gotta be righteous. You gotta be righteous and ratchet, brother. This is like certain. This is the time to be ratchet to defend yourself, defend your family.
I don't.
Wait,
I mean, that's why I've walked away because you can't tell me to react and think from a place of a pacifist, and you're the violent one. That is impending doom, and it's also quite convenient. No, 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 no. Turn the cheek. Be peaceful. Thou shalt not kill while you're stabbing me in the back.
like I said, yeah. People that taught you that religion usually don't abide by it. And yet it seems more black people more abiding by it to turn the other cheek and ultra so forgiving. And that's why I say it's very convenient that we're the ones like that and they're not. Kind of makes you
And
wonder. Well, I
does it
digress.
though?
Now talk about religion. That's not what it's about.
I
But
mean, technically we are because it's all wrapped up. Because there's Christian nationalism wrapped up in all of this as well.
oh yeah,
And
Christian.
I'm just like, so hold on. Wait. Before y'all go mobilizing the strike force, before y'all go get the pitchforks and the torches again, doesn't your own doctrine tell you thou shalt not kill? This don't seem real Christian-like, Chief. Just saying. Not the version y'all sell to me. Not the version y'all sell. This does not sound very Christian.
It's just
Y'all
check.
all mad. I thought you're supposed to be slow to anger. What happened? What happened? I thought you're supposed to be slow to anger.
Nope.
I'm sure when everyone saw Martin hit the deck at the Lorraine Hotel, I don't think too many people called to arms. But this is literally what y'all doing. I got text message. I can show you text messages to prove it. Oh, you trying to be on the low, but let's be real. Charlie's message shall not die. Charlie's legacy shall live on. And everywhere you look on social media in real time, y'all just what y'all mobilizing for, dog? It was one of yours. What's the warnings that HBC used for, homie? It was one of yours. Own that. Live
Yeah.
by the sword, you die by the sword. If you want to look at a quote unquote upside and all of this, at least your man stood on business. He said a few folks might not sit, a few folks might got to go to keep the Second Amendment.
Right. He was one. He didn't know he was one of them. Hey, there you go. We still gonna keep serving a minute. There you go. Energy, man. Energy transfers. That's universal, whether you're
Right.
religious.
Now, the wild thing is, right, if something happened to either one of us, they're going to go through the archives, they're going to pull every show, and they're going to say, what? We deserved it because we were preaching hate. And that's how warped all of this is.
What?
Oh, you know it. You know, if something were to happen to one of us, they're going to go through the archives, pull every one of our shows, and talk about we deserved it because we was preaching hate.
What hate were we preaching?
Now, there you go thinking. There you go being logical. Because you know if one of us get pulled over and get into it with a cop and something go left, well, you start resisting. Should have been talking all that about law enforcement. You brought it on yourselves.
Okay. They bring about myself being black. Something I didn't
The
choose.
audacity, right? The nerve, the audacity.
Something that no one chose to be here or what they look like or whatever. None of us chose this life, and yet you're still disrespected and hated for it. Don't understand it.
And I'm gonna circle back to a point you made a little while ago, and it's just the sticking point for me about all of this. I vastly underestimated how many people were with the shits. I did not realize this clown had such a huge following.
But it makes sense. Considering with the election, it makes sense. Like I said, the whole MAGA movement is pretty much make America great again. Is pretty much you want to go back in time. You want the unquestioned dominance where you can do whatever you want with no zero consequence. Say whatever you want, do whatever you want, no consequences. The world is yours. That's what you want to go back to, and that's what you're definitely trying to go back to. So yeah, in a sense, a weird, sick way, I understand why they feel really hurt because he was their speaker for the old ways. That was their. I said I hate that they try to compare him to MLK, but realistically, it is their version because that's what they all believe. Now, granted, on the surface, all that's stupid, but yeah, I get it in a diabolical way. I get it. It's just I don't
And
care.
and see the plot twist in all of this, the ultimate plot twist in all of this. This might go to 9/11 ball. So we talked about this a couple days ago, and I told you, I said, listen, I might have a wild theory, a popular opinion, a wild out theory. What if this wasn't accidental? And based on what you told me, it's a few people floating that idea around.
It's a lot of people floating that deal around. Like I said, most of the people are pointing their fingers at, I guess you can say our master country. You know the name.
Oh,
Uh, uh,
right.
our master country is pulling the strings.
See that one I don't see
So
making sense. I can't connect those dots.
You had to go down a huge rabbit hole for that. And
Okay, because
I'm
like
not
I
getting
can't see.
I'm not
I
getting
don't think you gotta. I don't really think you gotta leave the borders. Come on, that's the thing. I'm
it
not.
it goes a lot deeper than you think, brother. But
Okay.
that it can definitely be plausible. Now, obviously, this is all allegations, and like I said, I didn't name no names. So you don't know where I'm putting who country. But yeah,
Okay, that's a wild one. That's a wild one. I mean, I think their flag has a little blue and white in it, but yeah.
see, now you're getting more specific. But hi,
A
Argentina.
lot of
I'm
countries, a
glad.
lot of countries' flag got blue and white in
Shout out to Argentina. Uh,
it.
Messi. Um,
Yeah.
go. Yeah, yeah. It will make sense. And then plus the biggest funniest thing ever is Trump don't give two. Man just moved on with life. Like, hey, he asked a question like, yeah, that said, oh, did you see the ball? Like the trucks out there, they're taking the ball right now. It's gonna be beautiful. Then during his memorial service, where the hell, motherfuckers playing golf. He don't give a fuck.
Is that true? I heard that. I didn't know
That's
that was.
true.
I didn't know
He
that was
wasn't
true.
there. JD Vance was there. He wasn't there. He's playing golf. Trump don't give a fuck.
Stop, yo.
Your
I'm
biggest
like, nah. There's
supporter.
no way. There's
Your
no way it
biggest
happened.
supporter who played a huge role getting your ass elected because he's big with the young crowd got murked, and you just honestly, you don't give a fuck. That's crazy. You like I said, I would think you would even fake giving a and show up to the man's thing instead of just saying, "Oh, it's sad. Oh, he was great," and then kind of just moving on. Like, damn, I don't know, man. I don't know, but business is business. It's cold blooded.
Jay-Z voice, politics is usual.
Yep, very much.
I,
Damn,
I'm just checking because I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
he wasn't there. He's playing
Donald
golf.
Trump misses Charlie Kirk's Kennedy Center vigil.
Playing golf.
Wow. Okay, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
And y'all still too stupid to realize you've been. See this. I, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Was understand does not need to be said.
So your man's was put dog. Yo, this just in, by the way. Come here, a little closer. Primarily white folks and Charlie Kirk supporters. I just want to let you guys know something really, really, really quick. He was not an elected official of anything.
No, he was a
He
civilian.
wasn't political. He wasn't a political figure. He held no office.
He
He
did.
was elected to nothing. He's your Dr. Umar. Okay,
That's true.
that's that's that's
I don't think I even want our Dr. Umar. So nah, I don't think. See, they
yo.
actually like theirs. Mine
We
is
like
also
ours,
ours is just that. Oh boy, yeah,
but
activism ain't what it used to be, boy. But
but yeah, fam. He's your Dr. Umar. He was not. He was and not even because that's really an insult to Dr. Umar. Not even. At least Dr. Umar is intelligent, knowledgeable, so on and so forth. Can break you off some facts before he asks you for a donation to the school. So
and lustful, But yeah,
it was just that one time.
that one time, like I said, a few sisters spoke up, like, yeah, dog, you two, like, bro, relax.
So how did Dr. Umar get involved in this?
You brought him into this. Talking about how he involved. You brought the human centipede in this. Now you brought Dr. Umar. What else? I was next. I have a feeling.
Utah kind of covers it all, though. We don't really need to touch. But it's scary. And y'all so we ride it dawn. To who? These yo peeps. The call is coming from inside the house, and it is disturbing how many times I've had to say that in general since January. Dog, who you mad at? Death threats, things like bomb threats at HBCUs. What? I can tell you something about my people, fam. Nary one of us missing class to go to Utah that day. Utah got like 2 black people per 100 square miles, and one of them was Karl Malone.
which is not great.
Right. Right. So what y'all mad at? He was trans. Y'all love they were trans. Are y'all telling us something about yourselves? There's nothing wrong. Because the second something go left, yeah, no pun intended. Second something go left, trans. Again, let me help you. Trans people got better shit to do than to worry about y'all. Like I don't. It is the immense drinking of the proverbial Kool-Aid that just blows my mind. Like you're hateful, you're racist, you're sexist, you're white supremacist. Like, what do you think that brings? Everybody ain't gonna go with that program. It's hate speech. You're right, it is hate speech on your part.
Put it to you like this, because this is something that came out of Trump's own mouth. This is how I know how stupid y'all are. He literally said, smart people don't like me very much. So smart people don't like him, and all y'all love him. What do you think he thinks of y'all? I think that kind of proves to the point that you were saying that he might be a idiot savant. That he's playing y'all because he knows y'all stupid and we eat anything he says. I think
Like,
that literally just proved your point this whole time. That he literally knows y'all are stupid.
like, dog. The thing about MAGA that is such an easy hit. Just look at the education level of red states. Tells you a lot right there.
Yeah,
Tells you a lot right.
it's a reason why they're trying to take a hit at education, like board education, and all that. It's because
Yeah.
the stupider we are, the easier we are to control. That's simple. And y'all are like living proof of that.
You're not smart. You want to go back in time. I mean, and it goes back to what you said earlier. You simply just call a spade a spade. You're okay with the 13th Amendment being revoked. You're okay with white men running everything. You're okay with women having no real choices unless whoever they're married to says so. You're okay with it all.
Yeah,
Because if you weren't okay with it, you wouldn't have voted for it.
that's true.
Like the reality, what we see on the ground level is okay, y'all have this delusion of America caca and white purity. That's why you hate and buy into the rhetoric about illegal immigrants. The land stolen, by the way, but illegal immigrants. That's why you buy into the rhetoric about that. The reality of the situation is you really just want to reverse time until about 1785-ish or so. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around any time between countries 1776. So we'll go 1777 to about 1850. That's when I hear "Make America Great Again." That's the time period. That's the time period I'm thinking you're talking about. About then. About then. White men decided everything. Who lived, who died, wrote all the rules, and y'all was cool with that. Black folks were enslaved. You ran the original people off the land and took it from them. You fleeced Mexico. Like I get it. It's a great time to be white male. It was awesome. That was your peak humanity. So yeah, I'm sure you want to return to that. This just then, no one else does. So watching you kick and scream about actually, it's not just not being in power. It's simultaneous with no, you don't get to decide the fate of every living thing anymore. And the fact that you're kicking, because the fact that you're kicking and screaming about this is amazing.
Well,
And ultimately deadly and detrimental.
well,
And the amount of women that are running with this is also mind blowing. Didn't see that coming.
not really, because like I said, his wife. Buddy's wife was clearly with the shits. Like the only person in the family I feel bad for is the kids. That's it. Everyone else, I don't give a fuck. But yeah. What was I gonna say? Hey, it'll come to me.
I just, the fact that y'all doxing people, calling people's jobs, trying to get them fired because they don't agree with mourning of your racist is amazing as well. Like, I'm not gonna kid you, the most disturbing piece is supposed to still that mass text. Because how did you get that kind of access to people's information? Is the question of all questions.
Well, your information is online, ain't that?
You can't Google me and find my phone number, my actual phone number. It's as if someone got access to voter rolls.
Well, you'd be surprised what people have access to, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, yeah, they're just trying to go back in time. Yeah, yeah, nothing. I still don't remember what I was about to say.
And like I said, so many of you are okay with that. And it's like, I mean, on one end, I want to say just be out with it and say it, but looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quack quack, motherfucker.
That'll
Like
definitely.
at this point, the best we can do is prepare. Which, speaking of prepare, all right, viewers of the show, little help on this one. We are trying to get this guy to go to the meeting that apparently is a new Black Panther chapter opening up. There's an informational meeting for up where he's at. Whatever reason he doesn't want to go. Um, okay, I've been clowning about this for the last 2 days. All jokes aside, though, because Bliss hit me up with this. Our former guest Bliss, shout out to Bliss. She was like, "Why did they say this out loud? Why did they put it out in the open?" Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, "This is the danger. This is the danger of our time. Is not what just happened to Charlie Kirk." And I'll get back to that in a minute. Um, the danger is you and I talked about it on the show because certain things can happen. You can assassinate a character without firing a single shot. If this were kept low, if it was just, you can't take this note, pass along, blah, da, 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 and the wrong person gets hold of the information, when it hits public mainstream, you guys are terrorists, you were working with the Russians, you were a whole bunch of shit because none of it ever was made public. The fact that there is a public post saying, hey, we start new Panthers, come out to the informational. You know what you can't do? You can't spin that. Look, spin. It's an informational. Ain't no different than old Charlie boy on college campuses, right? It's informational. The Panthers were not a violent group. They were not communist connected. They were a self-defense party that cared about their community. Why would you not say that out loud? Hey, come through. But BS aside, I'm curious on your thoughts.
If it does what it's supposed to do, great. Just BLM part two, fuck them.
That's harsh.
It's the truth. Well, it's forever fuck BLM. I agree with the movement, but the organization burned. But yeah, if it's the real and there's some real established leadership in there, and you go taking it from the roots of the great chairman Fred Hampton, living his legacy, doing the right thing for people, our people, and have all people, because that's honestly what he was trying to do too. Then I'm for it. If you with some F shit trying to get a come up, please don't. Like I said, we can't go 0 for 2 on this. So please be legit. Don't do some scamming nigga shit. Please don't. So yeah, that's what I got to say, man. So hopefully they keep the legacy alive in the right way. But time will tell.
So you don't have an issue with it being stated publicly.
No. I mean, the Panthers back then was public. They were outside with their stuff. Not granted, some of the
True.
beats and stuff would probably not, but they were public. They were visibly seen. Like you said, gats in hand. Like, yeah.
Open carry, mofo.
Right. So I have no problem with it being open. Like, so what? You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to congregate as long as you're not
Right.
inciting a riot or violence, which I don't think they are. You're allowed to do it because y'all doing it. So why not? And it's hard to keep a secret now anyway, especially with information and social media and all that, and everyone want to be fucking seen and heard, which is a double-edged sword. So people post stuff for clout, so it'll probably be hard to keep under wraps anyway. Somebody will say, "Oh, look, I got a Panther thing." Listen. See, so now if it's open, you ain't gotta be secret. Just be all right, cool. Whoever with it, with it. If they not, they not. And move
And
from
I'm
there.
just looking. And the funny thing is, I'm looking at the event. Um, One, it looks like it's free. And it's not. And see, good job to the media and everyone else. And maybe we had a little something to do with that as well. We as black folk. You hear Black Panther Party, and it automatically pulls up some ideals, some sometimes a visceral reaction from people. Oh, they bought that business. And I think it just goes to the ignorance that a lot of people have. Our black folk included about who the Panthers were, right? But I'm looking at the actual event. It looks like it's a weekend event for multiple dates. But there's art exhibit. Erica Woodland is speaking on the significance of Eddie's life, some poetry reading. This is October 3rd. Uh, Saturday, there's a teaching. Ward Churchill's teaching about COINTELPRO. Good to know. Panel conversation with Malik Rahim, James Tracy, and Mansa Musa. So this is basically keynote this is on Sunday. Keynote from Erry Douglas, Minister of Culture for the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense. Uh, There's a performance of I Was There Too and Preserving Radical Movement History with James Tracy. So, white folks who might be scared and concerned, it ain't what you think. It ain't the second coming, or it might be the second coming of the old party, because again, that the Black Panther Party is literally in the name. Black Panther Party of what? Self-defense. Not Black Panther Party of kill whitey. It was self-defense. That's important to know. That sounds like a whole bunch of violence is going to be going down at this 3-day conference. So you should go, sir. But doesn't and it also doesn't give BLM vibes. All BSSI it doesn't give BLM vibes. Doesn't seem like anything. I didn't see Sean King's name there, so. One thing is, for all of the smoke Sean King gets, all of the crazy nicknames, Talcum X and everything, someday someone's gonna provide receipts on why they hate Sean. Just tangible, because this whole he white man cosplaying as a black man, there's literally no reason on earth to do that. Literally no.
Mm.
Bruh, if you are a white passing, why on God's green earth would you not?
Oh, there was a little. Did we not have? This is why I strong this week is you forgetting about history. There was literally a white woman that was cosplaying as a black person. Did we forget
Yeah,
about her?
Rachel Dolezal. I
Right.
got
So that happened. So what do you mean? There's no reason. She was white.
time out. I'm trying to remember if Rachel was fully white or biracial, but
White
I think
passing.
she was white.
I think she was actually just white. I don't even know if it was white passing. I think she was just full blown white.
Okay, so here's the sad reality of it all. You're a woman, but if you get to be a white man, if you get to be a white man in this country,
Wait. Why would that's even worse? Because on the total poll, you go from a white woman, which is still below a white man, but you're above everyone else, to go to the bottom of the total poll, a black woman.
I
Why
agree.
would you want to change that?
Good question. I watched Rachel's documentary. It was very interesting. I can't quite figure her
Like
out.
you
Like she ain't even
shouldn't
Rachel
be.
Dolezal no more. She changed her name to something with African roots.
I'm just saying, like I said, you're going from second top to the bottom, complete bottom.
Agreed. I cannot
And she
tell you.
did it.
She did it. She did it well. She absolutely did it.
Did it well.
But in Sean King's case, dog, you can have white privilege. Ain't no way I'm gonna endure this struggle. And I'm not saying I'm sorry. I'm just saying from the standpoint of, hey, if you don't tell nobody, you can be a white dude. You know the amount of love you gotta have for black people and black culture to decide, I don't need this white privilege. It's cool.
Okay. And then there's also in terms of it could be love, could be moderation, and also could just be opportunity.
You get to be a white man. What other opportunity do you need, sir?
There's a lot of white
Right?
people,
Like
bro.
that's it. That's
Well,
it.
let's make it close to home for you. There's a lot of white people that come into hip hop culture, right? You right? They
Correct.
come in, do their thing, they do get what they want, the money, the fame, all of it out of it, and then they go right back to being white once they're done with it. Could be the same thing. Because if you're just an average white man, would people really care? Probably not. But
The problem is, okay, so on a professional level, you built your career on being black. That's one. The other issue is you are correct. When you're done with it, if you're an MC like Eminem could wrong case points everywhere.
he was
MGK,
educated. There you go. That's
guess what?
that's what
MGK.
actually happened.
MGK has pretty much said, you know what? I don't want to be hip hop no more. I'm gonna go rock. I'm gonna go poppy. I'm gonna be like the lost member of a boy band.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Busted Bieber. Like, So
And the
you
black book, then left.
he can do that.
That's the problem.
Um, Sean King can never do that now because he's built his brand on being black, or at least half black.
He built it on black trauma. But yeah, he could be. As sad as it is to say, if he renounces all that and says, "Yeah, I'm white man, I don't rock with it. It was just a phase," blah blah blah. I'm almost kind of certain they will accept him.
Yeah, because he's a problem is he's got that grifter label following him, and he's Muslim now. Now I know I get it. Islam is not color based whatsoever, but he can't put it this way. There's nothing he can do to get into the good graces of white folk. Nothing.
Racist
Not
white
now.
folk, but sure.
No, general, just well, to just general walking around. He will always be you black and Muslim dog. You ain't never gonna get you ain't never getting invited to the country club, my guy. You are never playing around the golf ever, ever.
Uh,
So it's a wrap for Sean. And that's my point. If for all of the hate that he gets, like dog, if he had legit white privilege, you know how much he got to love white, you know how much you got to love black folk, black culture to give that up.
yeah, but I also think it's with him is the same thing with Dr. Umar is the scamming thing too. Like, I think that's another huge part.
I
But
mean, the problem is you got even less receipts on Sean than you do on Umar.
well, Umar, you got a lot of receipts. But
That's my
I
point. You
I
got no
haven't
receipts on Sean.
I haven't because not saying all rumors are true, but if a lot of people say it, there gotta be some smoke somewhere. Because where y'all getting this from? So, but I haven't. Like I said, I've kind of known more about Dr. Umar against my will than I have on Sean. So, Sean, because Dr. Umar is more present and he has more memes, so you're gonna see and learn more about him more than you would Sean, which is posting some stuff that happened to us. So yeah, I know a little bit more about Umar than Sean, so I don't know what the receipts are for that, and I'm not even bothering to look because I don't know.
Right.
But
Allegedly, right? Because we can tell if the school got opened or not. Omar. We can tell if the school got opened or not.
fact
That's where
that
it
you
is.
getting sued and you owe money, so yeah, where happened to that money, brother? But hey, it's all right, man. Spending on luscious brown booty.
I mean, believe me, I'm not wrong. I want to be. I'm not wrong. I still believe the school is going to open. It's just some technical difficulties. So
It's not gonna
when
open up.
when, when the school remember when the school opens, I told you so
He's
for a lot of
being
y'all.
sued by the state because nothing is. He's not. That school is not open.
When the school open,
Wow, dude.
I told you
All
so
right,
for a lot of
see,
y'all.
now you're doing the turn of the cheekish. You're a great Christian. Like, I'm sorry, dog. When someone is a cancer to our culture, we gotta just remove them.
Whoa. Okay,
We gotta remove them. We gotta
hold
remove
on.
him. Like use his words against him. Everybody can't be saved. Some people need to be taken care of. And he's one of them. So yeah, like I said, hey, he had a good run. The memes are legendary, but dog,
Yo, not for good. Not for good. Hold on. If he was trying to go the LeBron route, and he said this, if he was trying to go the LeBron route, this would have been done. He's trying to go completely independent, and it's a lot more hurdles to jump through to do that.
you had the money to do so. And
Like I said, what is it, 2025? In 2028, when the doors open, I'll remember these conversations. That's
yeah,
what was it?
your naiveness is kicking in again. I thought we moved past that, but we didn't. But it's all right.
Oh no, the government. Now see, it's all hand in hand. I told you I'm in full belief that the government be on some nonsense. So why wouldn't just real quick and I'll move forward? Why wouldn't the government want to put their hand in and stop a school opening for black boys that's going to create black leaders, that's going to have a curriculum that is Afrocentric, that is Pan-African, and pretty much does not you make Europe or Eurocentricity a major function at all? All bullshit aside, I want to stop that school too.
Okay,
I
that's
don't stop that too.
that's cool, but
So
yeah, you've been too many
because if we want to
people.
talk about what the government is capable of, then you of all people should know that they're capable of a whole bunch of
Then why not just say that just say that the government's keeping you from he's never came out and said that. He just it's on its way, stuff is being you're being around the
because
bush.
people like you ain't gonna believe it.
If he cause he doesn't say it. Cause he's a fucking scammer. All right, dog. He's a horny ass scammer. Like, what are you like? What are we doing?
But,
Like, dog, it's too many people coming out with receipts on you, dog. Real receipts. Real receipts. That's how we know about the government suing your ass because of this stuff. Like, look, like, come on. I'm not even pro government. But dog, if they was on some shit, he's the type of person that will say that they on some shit. Like I put the money down, I did this and that, and they won't play ball. Then everyone, I don't think anyone will care. But all right, cool. See, we get that. But you don't say that. You just keep brushing it to the side. Talking about every other thing and luxuries and big brown booties. Don't like
that was one clip,
I
sir. I'm
don't
glad
care.
you gonna get
Not
go.
one
You gonna
clip. Too many sisters coming out saying, like, oh, Mr. Believe Sisters himself right here. Talking about one
hold on.
clip. Talking about one
Time
clip.
out.
Which one is it, dog? No. Oh
Huh?
boy. Oh
Time
boy.
out.
Pro black woman does not
No.
believe in
Hold on.
black women, everybody.
Hold on. Time out. No, all nonsense aside. I've not heard that. I've that now
Yes,
that
you
I've not.
have.
If
'Cause I
you,
sent it to you multiple times, the whole video. And that's when you said, oh yeah, I might have to fall off, dude. So now you forgot that.
I did. Okay. All right. If you a minister sisters, yeah, you f you in your school, dog. But that like if you're a minister sisters, f you in your school, bro. Like, sorry, that's those two things can't
And
coexist.
your deadbeat is on top of that attitude. So it's like, yeah, you can't be pro-black and you just have broken families, and it's your fault why it's broken. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah, that's where it gets real shaky with Umar.
yeah.
But yeah, Charlie Kirk is there at Umar. So that's where it's all started from. Charlie Kirk is there at Umar. Um,
Except they claim it.
speaking of things you can't be doing, I won't say it hurt, but I just wish it wasn't the case. So within the black community, big surprise. I think there's a bit of hero worship sometimes. I think we look at folks and idolize more than we should. Um, so when something goes left, the same four names come up. What would Tyler do? What would Oprah do? What would Jay and Bey do? And it's like, okay. And there's a belief that they still represent the little guy. Um, to their credit, Jay and Bey have had a record of doing a lot of behind the scenes work, a lot of bailing people out, happened with the Baltimore riots, so on and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff that they do that is we don't know about. The thing we do know about though is having lunch with Trumpers, Jared Kushner, and it's I got to go back to it's the optics. It looks bad. It looks bad.
I don't care. Oops.
Come on, man. We go.
I do not care.
There's no such thing as a bloodless revolution, but any revolution needs funding.
And if you think that Jay-Z is your savior, Jay-Z and Beyonce, people linked to people who've done some horrible shit, is your savior, pro-capitalists themselves, is your savior, I don't know what to tell you.
I
There's nothing
don't.
I can tell you. You just gonna be stuck in that hypothetical Make-A-Wish bubble. Like, hey, but there's a lot of people that worship Beyonce. Obviously, there's a lot of people that worship Jay. Now, if you think they're just ultra pro-black, ultra on your side, not ultra capitalist and ultra elite, I don't know what to tell you. But hey, they can't have dinner with their friends. Tough.
Okay, so context, because again, people going to take pictures. It was the Reform Alliance Casino Night in Gala in Atlantic City.
Yeah, it wasn't hosted
The
by Jay.
event was the event was hosted by Michael Rubin and Meek Mill, and it raised 20 million for what? Criminal justice reform. Bingo.
Okay. So where's the big deal then?
The seating chart. All bullshit. It's a seating chart. Because out of everywhere in this damn gala, you sat them. So maybe it might be optics. It's being reported. I don't know if we got confirmation, but it's being reported that J and B ended up sat near Ivanka and Jared Kushner. That's fine. It's the optics. So it is the optics all.
I mean, why are they there? Are they there to help too?
I'm gonna presume so.
Where's the opposite?
And and I quote Ho. Me and me can never beef. I free that nigga from a whole bit. So there we go. So hi for all of those who want to throw tomatoes at J and B. No, it was actually for criminal justice reform. The bigger question is not. The bigger question is what is Ivanka and Jared Kushner doing there? That's my.
That's what I just said. But honestly, still don't give a.
No, but okay, hold on. This is one of the times where you should.
It's not.
Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of policy, a lot of deals that affect a lot of people get done at places like this. So if you have someone saying, hey, criminal justice reform, which Meek, of course, would be a proponent of, that's how you make it happen. You get the rich people in the room. Because getting the politicians in the room don't mean nothing. They got to go talk to their bosses, donors. Anyway.
Right. So if the politicians that actually control the policy are the ones making the laws and all that are not there,
But the politicians,
okay.
the politicians they have bought and paid for, that's I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to who's lining your pockets.
Yeah,
So
but
that tracks.
those are the people lining their pockets.
Right.
So where are we going with this? It just looks like same thing you said, optics. It looks good, but realistically, you're not doing shit.
We don't know.
We do though. We see what is happening in lifetime with our politics. We know what's happening. We know who's really in control of this ish. I promise you, none of what they're doing has anything to do with what's happening now in the next 4 years, if not more, depending on how serious shit gets in the next 3 years. So yeah, optically, it looks good. It sounds good, cool, but y'all not doing nothing. And sad truth is, some of y'all might be in support of this that's actually happened. So
I mean, I'm thinking in
gold
terms
star,
of
gold star, yippee doo, yippee yay. Okay.
I'm thinking in terms of they got it wrong. So you got folks looking, well, Jay and Beyonce sent them to. Okay, hold on. If it's prison reform, it's put on by Meek and Mike Rubin. Again, me and Meek can never beef. I free that nigga from a whole bit. That's the actual whole bar. So it makes sense that the Carters would be there. The funny part of this picture is anybody from the Trump camp being there. But the fact that you have Trumpers at a prison reform meeting
Should tell you that it's damn near useless.
optimism, sir. God damn, man.
Like what the fuck?
Look,
Like this
look,
how you know it's a show. Like what? I gotta be in the Matrix, or this is a Truman show. I want to say reality's broken, but maybe this is what it was supposed to be, and I'm just not plugged in.
oh my gosh, yo.
This you
So
can't write. You cannot make this up. Nothing makes sense anymore. Nothing. And the
it,
stuff that do make sense, no one wants to make sense of it. So I don't understand it.
hey, we talked about this before. If you showed me a picture of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and said which one of these two is gonna be for the people, I'd have bet everything, I'd have bet every penny I had on Kanye West. And yet here we are. So yes, it's a little bit of bizarre world. If Kim Kardashian can be an advocate, it can be done. It can be done. It can be done.
Vampire's gonna vampire, bro. You just gotta keep your food source available. But double entendre. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't care. That has no effect on what's happening and what's probably about to happen. So yeah, she start worried about the little pictures of the fucking saviors and realize what's really about to happen and what people in office are doing right now and are about to do on your watch.
Bruh, I'm just saying. Um, bruh, I'm
Your what?
if you gotta find a little bit of optimism somewhere, the last place I'd expect anybody with the last name Trump to be is at somewhere that says prison reform. You're literally trying to build alligator Alcatraz. So
That's the irony. That's why I said I take it as more of a joke. Because either it's about to be mutiny, you just completely against your father, which I highly doubt, but it could be true. Or you're just there for the shits and giggles, for the quote unquote good publicity stunt thing or whatever. But yeah, I know y'all not really gonna change nothing. So here we are.
right now. Okay. So we're gonna go and restore. I always tell you, you said this numerous times in the show. I'm gonna say it again. This is why I look at you and yours as the answer. We're gonna go way across the board to Nepal. So let's see. Quick summary. Over in Kathmandu. Well, this is coming off of Reuters. Social media ban, they banned social media. Social media ban lifted after 19 killed in clashes. Kathmandu airport shut as unrest spreads nationwide. Himalayan county plunges into country plunges into political turmoil. Gen Z led protests defy curfew, demand end to graft. So the Nepali prime minister was forced to resign by angry young anti-corruption protesters who defied a curfew and clashed with police a day after 19 people died in the first day of protests. Basically, the young people said we are not with the shits, and we gonna do something about it. Dear Gen Z of America, here's a blueprint. Here's a blueprint. Here's a blueprint right here. They pretty much staged this shit protests to the point of, hey, y'all need to get on, y'all need to get on with it.
These were protests. It was a fucking riot.
Yeah, pretty much.
They burned the building down, killed multiple people. Like that was straight hostile takeover. That wasn't a protest. That was a riot. Get stuff like get right to it. And they
So
came that quick. So it was like, maybe peaceful protests aren't the way. Go figure.
Gen Z is considered 97 in 2012.
Hmm.
So in theory, you're a millennial, but you're a millennial,
But
you're a millennial in the same way that I'm technically Gen X. Born
why
in
are you bringing
77.
me in? Why are we bringing that? Where are we going with
I'm
this?
sorry?
Where are we going with this?
I'm saying
I have
this is
nothing to
why.
do with Gen Z. So what are we doing with this? Our Gen Z
But
is a little different in America. Our Gen Z in America ain't with the ish like that. Not like that. Because honestly, some of the Gen Z is with the same ish that we have in office. The Charlie Kirk is part of the Gen Z,
I was
literally.
gonna say that. I was gonna say that's a problem there.
So yeah,
That's the
so
problem.
the problem is all of Gen Z do not think like you think they do. A lot of them are with that ish. That's what I've been trying to tell you. My generation have millennials and Gen Z. Everyone ain't with the ish that you think there is as rebellious as you think. Some are rebellious in the ways of trying to go back to the old ways. Because that's what they were taught. That's how that's how racism, all bigotry and all that survives. It's passed down. Don't just skip a generation.
Agreed.
So yeah, Charlie Kirk's a great example. Gen Z ain't shit here either. So yeah, we are not Nepal. Actually, the one thing I do agree with Gen Z, if they ban social media here, I think the same thing probably will happen because both sides love social media. It's a drug, it's an addiction. But America's not gonna do that. So that ain't really an issue. But everything else, politics and all that, yeah, Gen Z is just as divided as everyone else is. That's why
I,
Charlie Kirk was important and why he was so big in Trump winning because he was the young audiences. He was getting young people to his cause.
okay. Oh, excuse me. I'm just saying there's a blueprint out there. We've seen it happen. Yeah, but
Good luck getting them.
shout out to them for turning over the tables and getting corruption out the building. You are correct. The sad reality of it here is it's a lot more folks with the ish. There's a lot more folks who want to sit in those seats and sit in those chairs. So
Yeah.
that's where you're gonna have a problem at.
We're seeing it in live time. Literally.
We really are. We really are. And it's really all I got. Oh, I had a moment earlier though. So I'm at work and I got the TV on in the background, and they're on. I'm watching Sports Center. I just keep on the background, and it's wild because it wasn't Roman Reigns, but I forgot. But there's a wrestler and Paul Heyman's on Sports Center, and they're literally sitting there having an interview with Stephen A. And I'm like, we have come a long way from the territories, the dusty South. I'm old enough to remember WrestleMania 1 and part 2 with Mr. T. And I'm like, wow, we've gone from just WrestleMania, and then it was WrestleMania. The next one was Survivor Series. That was it. WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and then I think SummerSlam came. That was it. That was 3 pay-per-views. And if you watch wrestling, you knew some folks that watch wrestling, but most people was like, this is fake, whatever. And that was that. We are now at the point where wrestling is mainstream. They are superstars. They're on regular programs. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Wow.
haven't watched wrestling since I was a kid, but yeah, it's different.
Yeah, 'cause they started getting naked. I'm like, we good here.
Okay, I don't remember that, but
Oh,
well,
I do. This was around the time when it
well,
was Sunny in WWE. It was still WWF. I think it was Sunny in WWF, and she was walking around in a bikini with the boobs out, with the body paint. And I'm like, oh, we good. We all the way good. That's why we stopped watching. That's why we stopped watching. So I'm like, yeah, we cool. We're not
well,
gonna do that because you used to love
was
watching this.
the WWE Divas was always on some wildish. It was fan servicey. That's always been the case. Shout out to Vince McMahon, creep. But yeah, yeah, wrestling. All right.
And the
Yeah,
funny thing is, wrestling might be better than politics because at least we know wrestling's fake. That's the wild part. It's all fake. We know it's fake, and everyone still watches.
I mean, we know it's fake for government too. We still vote, but hey, before I forget, I seen the long walk the other day. 5. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Might be movie of the year. Great freaking movie. It'll probably have your heart rate bumping the entire time. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't even know who's going to survive. And you
Agreed.
might think you know how it's going to end, but it's a major plot twist, and you probably wouldn't see it. But
Because
hey,
I still don't even know what it's about outside of walking. But yeah.
you need to watch it. Like I
Okay.
said, Stephen King, you're a psycho in a good way, hopefully. But yeah, dude's the godfather of horror mystery for a reason, and I get it. Good God, that movie. I see why everybody was Jordan Peele and all the directions were fighting for this movie. Because boy, shout out to the brother or the cast, because that brother, I got the brother's name, but he's the main one. He was in Romulus, and he was great in that too. So shout out to him. He killed that. He killed
Okay.
it. And
All
his
right.
wife, he killed
All right. Running back recap here. Start from the top. Trey Reed. That just seems a little. It's bad or it's bad. Either it's exactly what it seems it is, which is bad, or it's a little more meat on that bone, which is also bad. So, yeah, it's bad versus bad. And my spidey sense is telling me it's more to it than what we're being told, but we will soon see. Somehow, a young brother, if you remember, got rolled up in a gym mat, and somehow he did that to himself. Right. Um, Charlie. I'm gonna need whoever watched this to understand there is a difference between cheering and indifference. And people get shot every day, B. But where was all your sympathy for Martin? Where was all your sympathy for you find your sympathy you have for Martin Luther King. You find your sympathy you have for George Floyd, and I will look under my ass cheek and see if I can find some sympathy for this guy. But until that happens, I'm indifferent. Um, B and Hove. That ain't the story. That ain't the story. I'm happy it's not the story because I'm like, that's pretty terrible. Um, Story is actually the Trumps and what they're doing at a prison reform meeting, and I'm hoping good things come out of it. I have no idea, but we will see. Uh, the Black Panther meeting again. You should go. You should go. You should go. I'll buy you a ticket. You should go. Um, and then Gen X and overthrowing the government. Nepal salute. Show cats how it's done over here when people can all work together. All right, your recap, sir.
it. Yeah, Trey Reed. Oh, the lynching in school. Yeah, my nigga senses are tingling. Spidey senses, whatever you want to call it. So I made right. So yeah, hopefully we get the bottom and get the actual truth, but probably not, because we're more worried about Charlie without the brown. See, if you had Snoopy, you might have lived. Um, yeah, I'm with you. I honestly don't give a fuck. Didn't care. Didn't care when he was alive. Didn't care if he died. Said didn't wish it on him, but also not sad and depressed and talking about what about his family. Everybody has families that get killed every day. So he wasn't the exception. And like I said, energy transfers. You spew out heat, hate, and negativity in the atmosphere in the universe. It will respond to you. It might not be right away, but it will. So remember that, people. Positivity and spread love. Best way to do it. Hove and Bey, once again, don't care. Just seems just like a show because they're not really affecting anything because we already know who's in office and who has the control and who else has the control of them. So, yeah. Black Panther. No, I'm not going. Stop telling me. But shout out to them if it's legit though.
Boo.
Shout out to
Okay.
them. You can go. How about that?
I'm in
I
Texas.
don't care. You can buy it to you. Yeah, boom. Don't gotta involve me in this. I ain't never
I
claimed
fly
to
from
be that person.
Texas to Maryland to attend the Black Panther party meeting. Would you do you want to put me on the watch list? What
So it's cool if I'm on a watch list. And then but you, nah.
it's not
Oh, okay. See
you're already
now you told. Now you just
you're
exposed yourself. You worried about a watch list. But you say, yeah,
already
you
there.
should go.
It's not gonna look weird for you. You already there. You just
What do you mean
going
it's
through
not
me.
gonna look weird for me? We got this podcast and I'm going to a Black Panther. But what do you mean? And this is me saying I don't even care about that. Like, I'm not scared of none of that shit. I'm not active. That's not me. I've given up on society. I want this whole thing to burn. So hey, we'll see. But I hope it does work out though. Like, if it gets real, I'll be there. But I don't think people are serious right now. I'm gonna be honest with them, especially with my people. Like we got a lot of work to do. But hopefully it's a good step in the right direction. But yeah. Nepal, Gen Z, I should say maybe the real Gen Z, because the social
Following people.
media is lost. I mean really lost. It's like, yeah, I did that all over social media though. That's the funniest thing ever, right? You pretty much just murked your whole government just for social media. I don't know if that's gangster or just crazy or just both. Like when I read it, I'm thinking like these satirical. It's like South Korea or something like Russian. Like it's real corrupt. Like they famine, all that stuff. And I was like, nah, it's just social media, man. I was like, oh, damn. Like,
I'm
man,
sure that wasn't it, but yeah.
but I'm sure, but that played a big part because it was Gen Z that did it. But hey, well, should we say respect? Because the government officials had families. So should I say respect? Nah, I'm gonna say respect. Respect. Yeah. In the long walk, 5 scoops out of 5. If you
Okay.
can, go watch it. And I don't care about the MAGA one talking about what he said about Charlie. I don't give about that. Yes, he wrote the book, but he didn't direct this movie, so go see it.
And with that, we have made it. This will drop tomorrow. We'll see if we're here the day after or if someone wants to dox our addresses. But
Why are you
we
putting
get
it
shot
out?
every day, B.
Just giving people ideas. Stop talking. Why are you giving people ideas for? First watch list, now it's we gonna get why? I just said about talking energies in the atmosphere. Now you're just putting it out there. Why?
Yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right. Mom's the word. Mom's the word. Streets is no longer talking. Okay.
Too late, brother. We going for life. We all
Okay.
locked up. It's over with. Thanks a lot. Self-snitch
On,
ass spiders, man.
on behalf of myself and my wife's co-host. And yeah, I said a podcast. Same time next week. Peace.
Buy my bill.